Good afternoon, everybody. It's a beautiful fall day in Trussville, and I'm standing, actually, believe it or not, in a cemetery right here in town. And in my backdrop is a over 200-year-old magnolia tree. Just decided to come outside because it was so nice. This is the HMFP Financial Planning Simplified video series, and I wanted to talk about a subject as we wrap up 2020. Capital gains taxes, right? Just taxes in general. We all have to pay them. We don't love it when we do, but it's a necessity of life. They say that there's only two things that are reassured, death and taxes. So let's talk about the latter. Capital gains taxes is something that we have to consider every taxable year. And how do we get capital gains? When something appreciates in value, a gain is created. So we put money into an investment, something that we own, an asset. We've already paid tax on what we put in, but if it appreciates in value and we go to sell it, a gain is created. And the IRS says, hey, that's new money, and we have required that that new money be taxed at a capital gains tax rate, whatever that is at the time. So when that happens, many folks try to look for opportunities to offset those gains to reduce their taxable income. So just something to be aware of as we end up. We're now getting close to December as this year wraps up, something to look at. And the reason I wanted to bring this up is that COVID-19 has thrown us a lot of curveballs. It's made this year very unique in many ways. One of the things that it's done is it has dropped the market value. It's brought it back up to some degree depending on how you're invested. The broad markets are still down. And so sometimes it can be a little frustrating if at the end of the year you get to tax time and you say, well, wait a minute, my account values were down for the calendar year. Why am I paying capital gains taxes? I don't understand. So one thing to remember, depending on how you're invested, you may have sold things, right, over the course of a calendar year or a taxable year that were at a gain. You also could be a mutual fund holder, and mutual funds hold capital gains inside of them for a period of time. They can hold them for a while and then distribute them to investors. So you could technically own a series of investments that are down in value but have carryover gains that they distribute to investors pro rata, depending on how much you own. And so it's almost like you've kicked me when I'm down. The price of the investment is down, and now you're causing me to pay taxes. So how do you address this? What actions can you take? One of the things that I would say is that if you are a self-investor, you just need to look at that, be aware of it, look at the rest of your investments. There could be other things that are a loss that you could sell to offset. If you're working with a financial advisor, talk to them. Say, hey, what is my tax position? Where am I for the end of the year? Because once 12/31 hits on midnight, that's it. No more decisions. Actually, really, when the market closes, you're done. There's nothing you can do in the portfolio. That's locked and loaded. And so when we get into spring of 2021, whatever occurred in calendar year 2020, you're going to have to pay the piper, so to speak. So just something to be aware of is that, yes, markets broadly are still down for 2020, but don't be surprised because of the gains we had in 2019, 2018 building up into this, that the market could have caused certain mutual funds to be up in value, and they may have embedded capital gains they're going to dump into your account. So just something to be cognizant of as we end the calendar year. As always, we're happy to be of help to you. Reach out to us if we can do anything for you via email, phone, connect with us on Facebook, wherever it is. Until next time, Ian Maddox, HMFP.